Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Love Wins Live Forum. My name is Rona Capili Bonifacio. I am one of the co-moderators this morning, and I am the editor-in-chief of Inspirations.ph. And of course, with me is Miss Sharon Fabian, Managing Director of Themes and Motives. Our guests this morning, as Miss Sharon has said, they are pillars of the wedding industry. Alam na alam niyo yung pangalan nila. Sure ako that you know them because Bernie and Poppo of Bernie Pasamba Music Consultancy are our guests this morning. And Bernie and Poppo have been married for tumataginting na 35 years. So wonderful to hear. And they have 2 children. They have a son and a daughter, and they're both lawyers. Okay, Bernie Pasamba is the owner of the renowned Bernie Pasamba Music Consultancy, and Poppo is a homemaker and the wind beneath Bernie's wings. Okay? Kung meron po siyang slam book, okay, alam niyo pa po ba yung slam book? Kayong mga naka-tune in ngayon.
Alam mo yung mga millennials, ang slam book.
Actually, baka hindi nila alam yung slam book, no? Pero kung may slam book, ang quotable quote po ni Tito Bernie and Tita Poppo, I think I can call them that, is, "We love each other more today than yesterday and much more tomorrow." Siyempre, because nga, music consultancy, their quotable quote is a popular lyric, di ba?
Yes.
And that's how they keep the music playing during this time of pandemic. So without further ado and without any instruments today and just their wonderful, wonderful wealth of experience, please welcome to Love Wins Live Forum, Tito Bernie and Tita Poppo Pasamba.
Good morning po!
Yes.
Thank you po at tinanggap niyo po ang aming pagbisita ngayong umaga.
Ayan, meron na po tayong nag-say ng hello. Hello from Ratlin Samako. Hello.
Hello daw po. Hello, Ratlin.
How are you? Ngayong lockdown po, Tito Bernie and Tita Poppo, lumalabas po ba kayo or talagang dito lang po tayo sa sala nyo lagi?
We still go out to, of course, we have to go out for our food.
Mm-hmm, yes.
We have to go to the grocery. Pag ano lang, it's very essential. We have to also go out.
But you've been home then, no, most of the time. Yes.
So, grocery na lang.
Grocery na yung date.
Oo. Especially ngayon, nag-MECQ tayo. Parang limited na rin yung open establishments inside the mall. So it's really just staying away from mass gatherings, staying away from crowded places. Yan ang ating mga...
And that's what we're talking about this morning, no? Because as we've shared last week, because it's a 2-part series, diba? Marriage in the time of COVID or marriage in the time of lockdown. Marami po sa atin na, because all of us here this morning on the live stream, no, we all have spouses. So we all have experienced, or baka sabihin na lang natin, a friend told me na nagkakabangayan, nagkakaaway na po ang mga mag-aasawa habang naka-lockdown. Kasi nga, we are not used to it, di ba? We're not used to being with each other. So, ito po daw talaga ang nangyayari. Hindi po sa amin ni Miss Sharon, ha? Linawin ko lang. Just a friend of a friend told us na sila daw, nag-aaway sila.
Kasi, well, they made a study na extreme ngayon ang nangyayari. It's either you bond closer as a married couple because especially if both of you are working, no, pre-COVID time. So ito yung time lang that you get to spend and catch up na ito araw-araw magkasama kayo. Or because extreme naman, because palagi na kayong magkasama, unlike before that may time out you go out, you go to work, or you do your other activities. Ngayon, nagkakabangayan na because all you have is each other. Diba? And yan, sa inyo po, Tita Poppo, Sir Bernie, you've been married for 35 years. Kasi last week ang feature namin, yung bagong kasal. Okay, so they just got married and then nag-lockdown, nag-quarantine, and then sila Rona who've been married for 9 years. So iba yung dynamics kasi may young children. In your case, both adults na yung mga anak, and even if they're with you, I am sure may sarili na silang buhay. At kung nag-work from home yan, may kanya-kanya na rin silang may kanya-kanya na rin silang stasyon sa bahay. So I think most of the time, it's really just the two of you po, di ba? Kwento niyo po muna sa amin, ano yung typical day for you before nagka-pandemic? Kasi, di ba tita Popo, homemaker ka, you stay at home. So, paano yung dynamics niyo noon nung wala pa tong pandemic sa atin?
We're always together, even before the pandemic. We wake up together, have breakfast, and then Bernie stays here at home to work first before he goes to his meeting. After we had lunch together, he goes out with meetings and then go to his weddings, and then I stay at home, keep the house, prepare food until he comes in. He comes home to rest, have dinner together. That's how we do before the pandemic. Or while he has meeting, I go around the mall so I can walk around while waiting for him.
So, ang difference po ngayon is nawala yung part na
Lalabas.
nalalabas or may time apart
They've been
kayo.
together. But it sounds like you're together almost all the time. There's
Yes, almost all the time. So this is not really a big deal for us. It's in fact this is a nostalgia. This is a nostalgic feeling that the children are here at home during the we are savoring the moment during this period because the children goes home because of their career. They're always out. They're always busy.
Right. Yeah.
It's very seldom that we talk to them for a long time, talking together during dinner.
And lunch.
Not anymore. But during this pandemic, it is I find it very precious moment.
That's
Precious
nice.
moment coming back during this pandemic.
That's nice.
That's good to hear
Ayoko
po.
na
So,
matapos eh.
I-lockdown mo na lang po sila, tita.
Pagkatapos ito, kanya-kanya na naman. Tito Bernie will be busy, the children will be busy. Hello, hi! Hi, mom! Especially, my son is already living in his own condo. And then my daughter will be getting married on October.
Mhm.
So, konti na lang to. Konti na lang, so we're savoring the moment. Really.
That's nice.
oo. Yung palang hindi natin nabanggit, Rona,
Yes.
parang fact, trivia natin, hindi lang sila, maganda rin yung sila yung guest natin kasi hindi lang sila yung couple na hinahabol natin. Oh, what's it like to be married for
Yes.
35 years tapos ngayon naka-lockdown. They are also parents of an engaged couple.
Yes.
So they have a daughter who's getting married in October. So, yeah, kanina backstage nagkukwentuhan because the wedding is in October. At 'di ba sabi ni Sir Bernie, we're on standby kasi pabago-bago yung so
Protocols.
bago-bago yung protocols depending on what stage of the quarantine we are in. So how has that paano nagfa-factor in 'yan? Kasi syempre because daughter ang ang ikakasal, I'm sure ang mother somehow involved, 'di ba? Mas ano 'yan. So part kayo of her journey. So how does that factor in? Because nga naka-quarantine tayo. Baka pwede niyo kwento tita ano yung journey niyo preparing for your daughter's wedding given our situation now.
Actually, we're very lucky kasi bago mag-lockdown last March 15, my daughter and the future husband, Dapi, were able to secure all the suppliers already. Ngayon, we're going to have a final meeting with all the suppliers. Pero before the lockdown, we're very lucky na nakuha na nila lahat ng suppliers nila. Kaya all the preparations are okay already. Even the hotels, we have our food tasting already before the lockdown. Kaya sabi ng hotel, ready na tayo anytime. We can do it already. We can
That
do
was February.
That was February. Kaya ngayon, there are hesitations Kasi ang nagiging problema ngayon is the protocol. Pero kung if you're saying the preparation, I think everything is fine with them. Ilang kaibigan, natapos nila pati yung mga prenup na pictorial, natapos nila yon before the lockdown. So,
A day before the lockdown.
oo, basta day before, for the March 15, natapos lahat. Pati yung sa mga sa damit nila, sa gown, lahat, natapos ng lahat. Kaya the photo, videos, lahat ng suppliers, the everything, wala na silang problema. I think ang naging last problem lang nila are the souvenirs. Pero I think nagawa na nila, it's done already.
Now, they're now counting the guests because of the protocol.
Yun.
50%, 30%, or sa church, 10 lang ang a-attend, only the close family members, and then sa reception, 10%, or family lang, ganun. It keeps on changing.
Yeah, and we're not expecting that everybody that we will be inviting will be coming. Because syempre,
they're also afraid to come.
Medyo natatakot din, syempre, because of the situation. So, yun yung mga, I think that's one of the problems, yung how the guests will respond to their invitations.
So I guess we see na even our parents, hindi siguro alam ng ibang engaged couples, no, na actually, pati yung parents nyo siguro, nag-aalala rin for you and your wedding planning, what you're doing. It's not just, hindi lang po yung mag-aasawa po, no, yung nag-iisip na problema, but you can see that even our parents, syempre, they want to be able, for you to be able to celebrate with a memorable wedding. Kayo po ba? So you were married in what year? Kasi 35 years, no?
1985. 1985. Tsaka pala, Rona and Sharon, this wedding is going to be very historic. Kasi ngayon lang nangyari to. So we have to take from there na kami kinasal nung COVID.
Corona wedding.
This is Corona wedding. And this will be the atmosphere of a Corona wedding. Kaya isipin mo, pag nagpipictorial ka, meron naka-face mask, naka-face shield.
Everybody will be face shield.
May wedding bang ganon? Wala.
Yes.
So,
saka yung yung picture na kasama mo yung sa table, social distancing na po yun, hindi ba? Yung lalapit yung bride and groom sa table.
Yeah, you have to savor that already. Kasi pagdating ng after they're married for less than 35 years, makikita nila ganito yung wedding noon. Nagkaroon ng pandemic.
When they look at the wedding album, naka-face shield lahat. So, and that's history.
Yeah. So at least this is how you're looking at it, and you're helping your daughter to look at it in this light. Because Tito Bernie, how many weddings have you done, 'di ba? Ngayon nyo lang ma-experience yung wedding. Thousands.
Oo. And ngayon lang nilang wedding ng sariling anak in a pandemic.
Yes.
Sir Bernie, nakita mo na all parang across all spectrum ng lahat ng kasal, di ba? So, siguro ito, extra sa'yo, gawin natin kakaiba ng anak mo.
Oo, kasi itong wedding na to, parang we're going back to basics.
Yeah.
So, hindi tulad ngayon, nakikita mo, pwede kang mag-orchestra, pwede kang 10 photographer, 10 videographer. Ngayon, hindi na. 2 photographer na lang, 1 photographer, 1 lightman, 1 videographer, 1 lightman. So, parang we're going back to the basics.
We were dreaming of a nice wedding for our only daughter. Pero because of this pandemic, back to basic talaga lahat. Family members, 1 photographer, 1 videographer, maybe a singer and a pianist. Very simple because of the protocol. So, we're still praying for a MGCQ on October.
Para mas marami-rami ng konti ang guests.
Oo, sana para dumami-dami naman. This will happen only once.
But yung kayo, if you will go back, yung wedding niyo ba, was it something, 35 years ago? Kamusta po yung wedding ninyo?
Actually, Sharon, napakahirap mag-prepare nung wedding namin.
Walang mga suppliers
Kasi
na
very advantageous yung ginagawa ninyo, the wedding expo, because
one-stop shop.
one-stop shop. All the suppliers are there, and then tsaka iba yung panahon ngayon. Makikita mo yung portfolio ng mga suppliers mo through their websites, no? Noon, wala kang idea how are they going to deliver on that day. Because normally yan, titingnan ka sa classified ads pa nga. Diba? Sa yellow pages.
Bulletin, classified ads.
Yes.
Diba, alam pa kaya ng mga millennials yan na
Sana
classified
alam mo
ads?
yan. Kasi tinitingnan din yan ng magulang ko noon.
Mahirap pa prepare ng wedding noon. At the same time, that time, walang wedding coordinator that will help you before the preparation and on the day itself. Walang ganon. Stress out ka, ikaw lahat.
Nag-aaway ba kayo noon when you were preparing? Did you have...
Enjoy lang.
Enjoy lang parati talaga since the start.
Enjoy lang. Kasi siguro probably we have common likes and dislikes. Kaya siguro hindi nagkaka-problem. Gusto niya yun, gusto ko din. Ayoko yun, ayoko.
Hanggang ngayon, ganun po ba rin ba kayo?
I mean,
35 years in?
Rona, when you see them, it's so hard to imagine na nag-aaway silang mag-asawa. But are there moments na you disagree also?
There are times it's all couples are like that.
What is important is probably you have to communicate a lot. Yun lang yun. Para you tell them that your like and your dislike, if you're happy or you're unhappy, ganon, with your decision, yung ganon.
You always tell, don't let him guess.
You always have a good communication.
Never let them guess.
Oo.
Sabihin mo lang, pero in a nice way.
Of course. Because you cannot read her mind. Di ba?
Yes.
You cannot read my mind. Di ba?
Do you openly also tell your wife na ayoko nito, ito yung gusto ko, ganyan?
Always. He does.
Yeah, you have to talk to each other all the time. Anything under the sun, whether it's unhappy, it's happy, it's good, or that's
No secrets.
oo.
No secret.
Kasi
Even to my children. He talks a lot to my children, giving advice. So, during this pandemic, talagang nurtured talaga na naman, even though they're old. Nurtured pa sila because he's always talking to us. The children, talagang master of the house. Ako lang yung speaker of the house.
Gusto ko yung title na yan. Nanonood sa atin si Mean Hinilo. Good morning, Mean. Miss ka na namin.
Oy, si Mea.
Hi, Mean.
Oo, Mean Hinilo is watching. Question.
Negosyo.
Ayan, yeah, ang mga negosyo. Question, bago natin i-touch yung negosyo. So Bolly and Lani are watching, sabi ni Leilani
She's
Gavino.
my sister.
Yan,
Hello.
pinanonood ko.
Good morning.
Yun. So bago natin pag-usapan yung trabaho, negosyo, financial aspects of the married life, did you start out as mag-boyfriend, yung ligawan right away, or were you friends first? Friends kayo. Matagal ba kayo?
Batchmates in high school.
Oh, pero hindi kayo high school sweethearts or high school sweetheart? No.
we were not even talking to each other.
Pero we know each other.
We know each
Yeah.
other. Tingin-tingin lang siya daw. Tingin-tingin lang daw siya.
Sulyap
In
lang.
high school. In high school to. So
Yeah.
hindi agad ligawan.
No, not yet. We went separate ways during college. And then before graduation, that's the time he appeared again. Before graduation in college.
Nanligaw na po siya at that time.
Yeah, that time.
So ang tagal, hinintay niya.
Before, probably, malapit na siya mag-graduate nun.
Nag-start na kayo manligaw.
Oo. Kasi
So,
bawal pag student pa lang.
nag-aaral.
During our time, bawal pag student. Bawal.
So, ano bang kwento
Yeah.
niyan, tita? Inantay ang graduation before naging kayo.
Yes, yes.
That you're always talking and wala kayong secrets, you don't keep anything from each other. You're mag-best friends din po talaga kayo, no? Tama ba? Is it right for me to say?
Oh,
You are
You're
best
each other's best friends.
That's
yes,
nice.
we are friends. That's why we can get along each other. Minsan kasi, pag may sama kami ng loob to other person, we do not share that to anybody. Kami lang dalawa nakakaalam.
Paano pag kayo po? Paano pag kayo, di ba? I don't know if you've experienced this or baka with your friends. Yung kayo, nagkaroon kayo ng alitan, tapos syempre, di ba, ikikwento mo sa friend mo, like, di ba, lalo girl, text mo na, ay nako, si ano, ito na naman ginawa sa akin, di ba? Does that happen? Or you don't say just to anybody or at all yung pag kayo, nag-aaway kayo, hindi nyo sinishare sa iba?
Hindi.
No. Oh.
Kayo lang, within na lang, in the
Pwede pa
middle.
sa mga anak namin. Sa mga anak namin. Because they're matured enough to understand. Like, ang papa mo, ang init na naman ng ulo. Ganon. Why again? Ganon. Tapos, they will talk to their papa. Papa, why? Then we start talking.
Yeah.
We start sharing. So, the children also knows everything.
So, in other words, that's that's one of the factors. Always communicate. Have a good communication habit with your partners.
And the
I'm
children.
taking notes.
Yun lang yun.
Nagda-take note si Rona. Ako rin.
Yes.
Kasi mahaba-haba pa rin yung ano eh.
Diba?
Diba?
Meron po ba kayong ibang secret that
always
you can
involve
share?
the children. You always involve the children. Lalo pag malalaki na, dapat involved sila sa nangyayari sa bahay.
Anything under the sun,
Mm.
just talk. Take time talking. Anything, everything. Yun lang.
Kahit
Oo.
medyo usapang lasing,
Oo.
okay pa rin.
Oh.
Basta nag-uusap, enjoy lang.
Tita Popo, I'm seeing a different side of Sir Bernie right now. Kasi syempre, ang encounter natin, parang nasa business no? Pag, pag sa fair, very business-like, di ba? I see you talking to your client. So, I'm seeing a different side of him now. I mean, which is good, no? Na, okay, at home pala, he's a very, really very loving husband, nurturing, di ba? Very
On.
Oo, kasi parang ano lang siya when you see him, Rona, sa fair, tahimik, alam mo
Chill
yun, chill lang, ganyan, ngingiti-ngiti, gano'n. Hindi ko na nakita yun na, pagdating sa bahay, madaldal pala siya kasi they always talk di ba? So,
Yeah.
very approachable.
Every lunch and dinner, lagi kami nag-uusap. That's the time we talk Kasi pagkatapos ng lunch or dinner, well, kanya-kanya na naman
Kanya-kanya
ulit.
na.
Oo, di ba? So, that's the time, kaya wala mo nang magsa-cellphone. So,
No cell phones.
wala mo nang magsa-cellphone habang pakain
On the table.
on the table. That's the time that talaga we spend time talking to each other
Full attention.
with attention.
Family. But how, may question ako. Siyempre may kamay.
No, nag-raise
May
ng
question
hand.
ako, yes. 35 years, how do you keep things romantic? Siyempre, yan ang, di ba, lagi nating nakikita na napoportray na I don't know is it challenging for the romance how do you define romance now, I think? Kasi, syempre, in the beginning, siguro, iba, hindi ba, nung nagliligawan, iba, nung kinasal, iba, 10 years in, iba, and now, it's different. So, what does
35.
romance look like for you?
Paano
And
kayo
how do you
Oo.
keep it alive?
Especially now na pandemic, mayroon pa bang date night? And after 35 years, may mga kilig factor pa ba?
Oo.
Pa din.
Oo naman. I think
You do this,
number one is I think number one factor before you get married, make sure that you're 100% in love. If you're 99.9%, may 1% na tira, don't settle. I think that's if you're 100% sure that you're in love with your wife. I think that's one factor na
Kinikilig si Tita Popo, oh. Kinikilig.
kaya kasi may pandemic yan, walang problem. So, walang problema yon. Kaya I always tell my children, if may hesitation ka ng 1%, huwag mo na ituloy. So, if 100%, okay, go. Kasi mahirap. I think that's the problem kaya maraming broken marriages. Don't settle if you're not 100% sure that you're in love.
And then, after all these years, you do this.
Holding hands.
Yeah, always. Find time. Make it a habit to practice this. This one.
Ay, yakapful.
Kahit pag ka magsasalita.
O, maski nasa mall.
Yeah, kahit nasa mall.
Holding hands kayo.
Oo.
Ang sweet niya naman.
Kasi bihira ngayon ng yung medyo older couple. Seldom would you see them holding hands in public places.
Yeah. Make it a
Bihira.
practice. It's a very nice feeling. Kahit malungkot kayo, kahit masaya kayo, laging ganyan. Ganun. Maglalakad kayo, kahit masaya, kahit malungkot. There's a problem, hug. You're happy, hug. So, hugging and holding hands together until you grow old. Lalo nga dapat when you grow old kasi medyo may masakit na dito, imbalance. Kaya, hawak mo lang.
Aakayin ka na, no? Ganun ba yun?
Parang nag-holding hands, nag-aakayan pala.
We want to say hi to Golden Hills Jewelry who's tuned in. Hello, Golden Hills. And we have a question for the Pasambas. So the question is,
Hello. Oh, we
what
miss
is
you.
your theme song?
Boy, thank you sa discount para sa anak ko.
Golden Hills.
We bought the
May
wedding
ganun pa lang.
from them.
Oh,
Give us
there are
big
two
discount.
questions for you. Sir Bernie, what is your theme song?
Oh, kasi musician, anong theme song?
Yeah.
Sinabi mo sa intro mo.
I love you more today than yesterday.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yan ang theme song nila. The second
Yeah.
question,
Sinabi mo na kanina sa intro mo eh.
Yes, oo.
ayan,
Ito.
do you still give flowers and chocolates?
Chocolate on your special day.
Sabi
Ano na ba
tanong-
ang gifts nyo
Alam mo.
ngayon?
Alam mo, sa tagal naming, Mary, huwag mong bibigyan ng flowers si Popo.
Ano
Huwag
dapat?
mong bibigyan. You know why?
Bakit po?
Kasi ayaw niya yung flowers dahil namamatay. Bigyan mo na lang siya ng sans ribbon.
Ay, I agree.
Okay.
Huwag mo siyang bibigyan ng flowers. Sa lahat ng
I feel sad when it's dying na.
When it's dying, no?
Oh, I don't
I understand.
pa. Very expensive pa. Tapos, it's dying.
chocolates.
Hindi
pwede
flower
ba?
person. Oo.
Chocolates
Hindi-
pwede ba? Pero konti lang. Kasi hindi ko makakain. Diabetic ako.
Shared pala, shared.
Konti lang.
Oh. Do you still surprise each other po? Ngayong 35 years into your marriage, ano pa ba kayo? Parang, yun nga, your gifts, or may surprise ako for you, or ganito, or hindi naman needed.
Minsan, pero sometimes we choose already. Sa tagal kasi, we choose na what we want.
Yeah.
Minsan, nabigay mo na, meron na siya. Ganun. So, we want everything we give to each other still precious. Kaya, kung we choose na lang, buy niyan, and we
Oo. Ano na lang, open, ano ba tawag? Blank check na lang. Kung anong gusto mo, ayan.
wag naman.
Kasi kailangan sabihin na.
Sabihin
Oo, at
ka
this
lang.
point.
Oo.
Kasi sayang kung
Sayang.
hindi niya gagamitin eh. So,
Right.
ask her na lang. You have preference? O para sa birthday mo? Anong gusto mo? Yung tanong mo na.
May gusto ka ba? Oo.
Ka ba? Oo. Ganun na lang.
Kasi, there are times, magpa-renovate na lang tayo ng bahay.
Ay! Ay!
Oo.
Di ba?
Oh,
Pwede pala. Rona, ayan ha.
ah,
After so many years.
kasi mas masaya siya pag yung laging may bago sa bahay.
Oo,
Yes.
yan.
Oh,
Pwede
yung
palang hingin, yan, ang mga misis out there, mga
Correct.
newlyweds, sa mga newlyweds, go ahead, surprise each other.
Oo.
Kasi ito yung, pero aabot pala ang time, aabot pala ang time na pwede mo hingin na regalo pa-renovate ang bahay. Di
Pa-renovate.
ba?
Babe,
Ay,
pwede,
bog!
baguhin naman natin yung kusina. Gusto ko ng feeling ko, yung asawa ko gano'n ang gusto. Pwede bang yung,
something that she will feel good.
yes.
Diba?
And it
So,
will last. Kasi sa bahay nyo, di ba?
kasi mahilig siya sa bahay. So,
Yes.
ibig sabihin, pag anything na binago mo sa bahay, masaya siya doon.
At saka araw-araw mo makikita, magagamit, di ba?
So, hindi
Ma-enjoy.
hindi siya necessarily item na
Item,
nakarap, okay.
Gusto niya kasi for everybody.
I can share with
I
the
can-
family.
Yeah.
Yun ang gusto niyang
Ah,
gift.
okay.
Mas
Ganun.
masaya ako if I can share it with my children, with him, ganon.
How about you, Sir Bernie? Ano po yung mga gifts nyo naman to him ngayon? Di ba? Minsan ang lalaki mahirap rin bilhan ng regalo, lalo hindi sila maluho or they have no interest in any, yung walang hobby, walang toys, yung ganon, di ba?
Ayun, kaya madali siyang regaluhan kasi hindi siya maluho. So buying him an expensive perfume, okay siya kanya yun. Kasi he's not buying eh. I have to buy for him. Or else he will not buy. Yeah. Tapos ang ballpen niya, dadampot lang siyang ganyan. Okay na yon. Ang susulat na niya, I will buy for him an expensive ballpen. Di may ballpen na siyang maganda.
Tita Popo,
That's
nagbabay siya. Nagbabay siya, but he buys for you.
Yeah. Team nga eh.
Oo.
Team. He works, I spend. I swipe, he pays.
Gusto ko yan. Gusto ko yan. I swipe. Oo, di ba? I swipe. Yan, hashtag I swipe, he pays.
Yes.
I
I cookie.
Ayan.
Ganon.
So, partnership. Nakikinig ba yung gumagawa ng quotes ng themes and motives? I-line up mo yung quote na yan. By Poppo Pasamba. I
Yes.
swipe, he pays.
He works, I shop.
Not hear me.
Ito po, gagamitin ko yung quote mo yan, ha? In one of the themes and motives quotes. Makikita mo yan.
Baka hindi lang natin alam, nasa wedding vows pala nila yon.
Oo. Makikita mo yan. Isang araw sa aming social media, ilalagay ko yan talaga.
Meron po ba kayong misconceptions about marriage na
When you entered into it, na akala nyo ganito pala yung kasal. Now, 35 years later, meron ba kayo na-realize na, hindi pala. Or, ito pala yun.
Oh, yes.
Diba? Ano yung mga, yun, aside from, you've been saying all this time, kailangan open communication. But aside from that, ano pa po yung lessons that you've learned after 35 years?
Well, syempre, another factor is commitment. No? So, commitment should be unconditional. It should be there should be commitment to happiness, commitment to growing relationships. Mga ganon. Commitment to persevere, especially.
Endurance.
Oo.
Go ahead.
There will be hardships in your marriage.
Yeah.
So,
Yun po yung
kailangan
may commitment.
Kailangan yun, may commitment ka sa perseverance.
So, may hardship din. Sir, may hardship din kayong dinaanan. Kasi, Rona, di ba parang ang feeling mo talagang, ideal couple. Kasi parang ang saya-saya lang. So, dumaan din po kayo sa hardships.
Of course, it's a natural phenomenon for every couple to have
Paano
hardship.
nyo po malagpasan together? Diba? Kasi sometimes it can break couples apart. Yun nga there are hardships happen, but sometimes naghihiwalay rather than pulling them together, di ba?
Kaya nga, we have to go back to the first factor, which is communication.
Listen.
Always communicate.
Communicate.
Kung may problema, hindi ka masaya, sabihin mo na.
Mm-mm.
Sabihin mo na. Kasi, lalaki eh.
Oo.
Mm.
And he cannot read your mind. Sabihin mo na lang.
Mm-mm.
Pero, be sure na sabihin mo in a good way.
Kaya,
Hindi siya magagalit.
Hindi yung galit ka rin, no?
Magalit, oo.
Mm-mm.
Kasi ganito hindi.
Kaya nga, guys, kaya nga yung word na commitment eh. You have to commitment to stay no matter what. Kahit ano mangyari. Kailangan assure mo yun. Yung commitment mo yun. Kasi magkakaproblema eh. So, what's your commitment? I will commit that I will stay with you no matter what. Ganun yun.
Tsaka ayusin nyo kaagad. Don't let time pass. Ayusin nyo na. Kasi lalaki eh.
Siyempre, hindi naman pwedeng lahat perseverance. So, you have to commit also happiness for you. Diba? Kasi pag puro problema,
Puro problema na lang pinag-uusapan. Medyo hindi. Minsan
yung
happy din.
commitment of growing together. Yung mga ganun.
So you can do it forever. Because sometimes, sabihin
That
natin,
I will love you unconditionally. Yung mga ganun
Forever.
commitment.
forever. Kasi sasabihin natin, girlfriend and girlfriend, you're still sweet. During the first years of marriage, bed of roses, honeymoon stage. Pero
Yes.
pag tagal yan, pag matanda na kayo, kanya-kanya na yan.
That's
not
another
true.
commitment that we will
Yeah, that's not true.
growing together
Mm.
for better or for worse.
As you grow older, the more you should be together. The more you should feel that you
Kailangan
need each
i-assure
other.
mo yung spouse mo those commitments. That's very important.
Natatahimik ako, talagang inaano ko siya ng mabuti.
And it's ako listening to them kasi parang yan yung yung the reality na marriage is commitment. Diba? Syempre, we all know we work in the wedding industry. We've seen so many weddings and alam natin yung kilig, alam natin yung yung magarbo. But as Tita Popo nga said, we are back to basics, and the basics of marriage is it is a lifelong commitment, hindi ba?
Yes.
When you vow to stay for better or for worse, in sickness and in health, till death do us part. Yun naman yung ibig sabihin nun, di ba? Na magkamali ka, magkamali ako, I'm still here. I will stay in the marriage. Di ba? And I like what you said na the more advanced your years in marriage, the more you need to commit to grow together. Kasi the mistake I think we make is, okay na, kasal na ako, parang hindi na yan mawawala. Diyan lang yan forever.
Yeah.
Diba?
At tapos parang as you grow older, parang nagkakanya-kanya na kayo.
Yeah.
Parang ganun. Oo. I like the part.
Other. The more you treasure each other as years go by.
I like the part when Sir Bernie said, yun nga, commitment. The part when you said, commit to happiness, commitment to be happy. Kasi, di ba, hindi enough that you commit to stay together.
Right.
Kasi, but you have to commit.
Hindi ka naman happy.
You have to commit to happiness, which means you will do your best to make each other happy. So, I like that part because, especially now na pandemic, and yun nga, while you are given time to spend na, mas marami na kayong time to spend with each other, baka minsan nakakalimutan yon yung commitment na dapat pala i-point out yun na, kahit na magkasama kayo araw-araw, hindi naman ibig sabihin happy kayo. So you always have to have that commitment na, lalo na ngayon, pandemic, di ba? You still have to commit to making each other happy. Di ba? Hindi parang wala nang 'Di ba? Wala ganyan talaga, 'di ba? You still do those things.
You'll
Oo,
get
may isa
bored
lang
with
akong oo. May isa lang po akong question kasi kanina 'di ba ang kwento na-point out, I'm not sure if it's backstage or live na tayo. Kamustang negosyo. And yun, because you are in the wedding industry and we are one of the industries hardest hit by this pandemic. And sabi nga nila, tayo yung huling-huling makaka-bounce back given all the protocols that we have to follow. How has this affected you? Syempre, being a couple in a marriage, it's good that we have commitments, no? And kayo po talagang masasabi ko nga ito ang hashtag relationship goal ko. One of the couples I really look up na sana maging kami ni Doji when we when we grow up, no? Of course, nandyan po yung financial aspect.
yes.
So paano po yan, how naging difficult po ba? Dati Tita Popo, remember, when both of your kids passed the bar, people in the industry were already congratulating you na makakapag-relax na kayo, hindi na nyo kailangan magtrabaho.
That's
Ayun.
not true.
Rona, si Tita Popo, kahit homemaker siya na pag fairs, bridal fairs, naku, hindi siya mawawala. Talagang wind beneath his wings yan. Kasi si Sir Bernie, umiikot, sumichika. Ang makikita mo sa booth si Tita Popo.
Siya ang
So,
taong bahay. Literal.
literal, bahay, pati ng booth. So, yun yung commitment naman niya talaga na to be there for Sir Bernie. So, nung sinasabi yun ng mga tao na, oh, you can retire, and Tita Popo said, naku, hindi. Para sa amin naman. Sa amin naman. So, but now that the work has stopped, temporarily, put on hold yung mga trabaho natin. Kung meron man, di ba, Sir Bernie, naku, talagang trickles na lang ngayon ng trabaho eh. It's really a ghost na lang of the old life we used to have in terms of yung businesses natin. How have you dealt with that crisis in your life na, 'di ba? I mean, talagang crisis siya, walang 'di ba, Sir Bernie, tayo kanina sabi natin backstage, gusto na natin mabago kasi yung status natin kasi kailangan na natin magnegosyo. Hirap na eh, 'di ba? Opo, yun, how do you deal with that? I mean, at this age, kayo po, and probably hanggang my generation, we have seen people losing jobs and losing businesses. So kayo po, may mga taong umaasa. As a couple, paano niyo po na-navigate yan ngayon in this difficult time?
Alam mo, Sharon, I think God has been very good to us, no? So, nangyari ito, kasi nakikita ko nga yung mga fellow musicians ko, no? At least nangyari kasi ito, isipin mo, nakagraduate na yung mga anak ko, and hindi lang naman sila nakagraduate, they have very good jobs. Ang ganda ng trabaho nila. Probably, I invested so much with my children. Kasi kung nakapag-graduate man sila, pero
They're not doing good.
bam, sabihin, cargo ko pa rin yan eh. No? So, kaya iniisip ko, sinasabi ko kay Popon, kung nangyari ito, nagpapaaral tayo, palagay ko, definitely,
Mahirap.
we're going to be hardest hit also, one of the hardest hit, no? So, sabi ko nga, napakabait ng Diyos sa amin. Kasi isipin mo, nangyari ito, nakapag-invest ako ng mabuti sa mga anak ko, and we have some investments also financially. So, maski nangyayari ito, meron kaming, maski hindi ako tumutugtog, meron kaming natatanggap financially, meron kaming medyo napag-investan.
And the children are also
At the
generous
same
to
time,
us.
yung mga anak ko, binigyan na ako ng ayuda for 6 months. Kaya hindi ko nararamdaman. Eh, di mo, yung dalawang anak ko, pareho magbigay sa akin, o papa, o ito, for 6 months. And after that,
Okay ka na, hindi ka na malungkot,
Oo.
sabi nila sa amin.
Tapos, yun, well, talking of financially, tapos nakapag-investing kami ng konti sa mga properties
For
na,
rentals.
para meron kaming monthly. Actually, that's for my retirement.
We ready for our growing old.
Kaya, actually, I have a lot of empathy with my members. Doon ako hirap.
Yeah.
Kung sa alin lang, masaya na ako mga anak ko, it's a, it's really an investment. I want, siguro yun mo lang masasabi ko doon sa magiging parent. Invest a
In your
lot
children.
in your children. Because lagi kong sinasabi sa mga anak ko, alam mo, it will, it will make,
The children will make the parents poorer or richer when they grow old. It's up to the children whether they will grow poorer or richer. It's with the accomplishments of the children.
Kasi marami akong lessons na nakita sa mga ibang parents.
And never spoil your children. Tip, never spoil your children. Yung bang entitled sila that you can give them what they want. No, we did not do that.
Always tell them to study hard. Kasi yun nga, wala namang assurance financially eh. So, yun lang yung pwede mong ibigay na sa kanila eh. That's a very good investment is really education. Bigay mo ng lahat.
And tell them to
tell
be
them
good
to
all
study
the time.
also.
Be
Always
good, study all the time. And pray. Always pray.
Tsaka yun, of course, syempre, pray. Lagi nga sinasabi, why worry if you can pray? Diba? You can always pray. Bahala
So yan
ka
ba
sa iyo.
Tumatango.
Oh,
Kasi Sarah nakapag
magtrabaho ka.
Ano na?
Do your part.
Do
No,
your
pag ano.
Pray and
Oh.
God will do the rest.
Oo.
Yes.
So, yan ba yung naging guiding principle nyo ngayon na may pandemic? Na why worry? Of course, nakaka-worry, but why worry when you can pray?
You can pray.
Kasi yun na sabi ko sa iyo, ang bait ng Diyos sa amin kasi pinrepair kami dito.
Yeah, parang
Para kami
looking
pinrepair.
back, parang kaming prepare talaga.
Parang lang. Ay, may time kami for each other with the children. Yun lang ang sinasavor namin.
We're savoring the moment. Because God prepared us for this.
Para kaming na-prepare dito sa pandemic na to.
So meron po ba kayong advice for, I mean, you've given so much advice, no? Pero ito siguro last hingi of advice is for couples who are yung ikakasal pa lang. Kumbaga kasi papunta pa lang kami, pabalik na kayo, 'di ba? Parang ganun yung natin. Kaya ako nga tango ako ng tango nung you were talking about your kids. Kasi si Miss Sharon, nakapag-graduate na siya kasi
Yes.
may boyfriend na nga, 'di ba? Nasa
Oo.
ng cobra.
Yes.
Diba? Ako, nasa grade 2 pa lang po yung panganay ko. So, talagang taking notes po ako.
Yeah.
But, the reason we really wanted to ask you to come because, yun nga, we wanted to share also to couples who are getting married na, ano ba ang, now looking back, no? Ano yung, pwede niyong sabihin, lalo, your own daughter's getting married. It's so real, di ba, na I'm setting up my daughter na siya naman, ikakasal na siya. Magsisimula na siya ng sarili niyang pamilya, di ba, sarili niyang buhay. Anong number one advice niyo for, yung bago?
Number one?
Sir, sandali lang po. Sir, ayun na gano'n eh, sir. And if I can add to that, yun nga po yung hinihinging advice ni Rona. At ano rin po, yung part 2, masasabi nyo dun sa nagdadalawang isip, should I get married or not? Given na kayo may anak pong ikakasal and right smack in the pandemic, kasi may mga ibang hindi nila alam na worth it pa ba na ituloy ko ang kasal? Intayin ko na lang ba matapos to? So ano po ang ma-advise nyo dun sa medyo confused right now? Given your experience as a married couple and yung experience nyo with your own daughter who is preparing herself for marriage already. O, yun po. Two questions.
They have to go on as planned. Kung iintayin
Ay, ganun.
Yeah, you have to go on. Yeah, you have to follow lang the protocol. Kasi hindi mo alam. September 2021, may vaccine na ba yan? I-move ko na lang next year kasi wala pang vaccine. By 2021, baka may vaccine na yun. how are you assured?
Mm.
Hindi mo naman hawak yun. Ang hawak mo, yung date mo. So you go on.
Tuloy
Go
ang
on as
kasal.
planned.
Anyway, they are 100% in love with each other. So go.
Yeah. Kaya yung yung nagpo-postpone, how are you assured na magiging normal tayo by 2021? Hindi
Mm.
mo alam, makakabawi na ba tayo on coming no 2021? Walang assurance. So you go on as
Just
planned.
go and follow protocols, health
Yeah.
protocols. You just follow.
Savor mo na lang kasi pandemic, nakamas. O, ganito kami nun.
This is a corona wedding.
Wala namang may kasalanan eh.
This just happened.
It happened.
Yeah.
So, plan go on.
And let's adjust with the situation.
Mm.
Play with the music.
Yan.
Diba? Yeah. Play with the music. Yan. Okay. Tapos, ano po yung i-advise nyo na, yan, couples who are starting out early in their marriage, aside from the other tips, yon, ano yung huling-huling bilin nyo sa mga tulad po namin? Kami po, matagal-tagal pa bago namin abutin yung milestone na inabot ninyo. And
Simple
marami
lang.
pa kaming dadaanan.
Si Sharon, simple lang. Keep dating each other. Yun lang yun.
And start things right. That's very hard. Start things right.
Lagi mo date yung asawa mo. Keep dating.
Paging, my husband, naririnig mo to?
No, seriously.
Mm.
Start things right. That's very hard. Start things right. Not to start things how you want it. You know what is right. You know what is wrong. Start things right and you'll never go wrong. And let God be the center of your life. Always pray. Every time you make small big decision, pray. And be good. Be kind. Both of you, be good and be kind. Both of you. Because it always takes two to tango.
Papagano na lang tayo, Rona.
I think meron na po kayong speech sa sa wedding ng anak niyo po.
Ay, araw-araw. Yan.
Ayaw ng speech.
Araw-araw.
Araw-araw.
May speech
Here
na.
also, having dinner with us, pati siya kasama na sa aming mga advices.
Yeah. May
role ng parents, talking to your children who is about to get married. Sabihin mo na agad. Before the situation comes, kailangan nasabi mo na kaagad. Para they are like sponge, learning, absorbing. Sabihin mo na now before the situation comes.
We have a few comments from Bangs since yes, kanina pa sabi niya commitment. Why worry when you can pray? And of course, I agree 100%. Go on as planned. Tuloy ang kasal.
Yeah,
Make and have the most beautiful wedding.
Sharon, hashtag.
Yes. Hashtag tuloy ang kasal.
No hesitation.
Yun naman po yung advocacy namin when we started doing this broadcast. Kasi di ba nung nangyari yung pandemic, lahat ng mga tao parang tumigil ang mundo. So when Ron and I were talking, we really believe that love wins, and just because may pandemic, life doesn't have to stop.
Yes.
And nakita po namin in the span of 11 broadcasts, yung mga insights that our guests are sharing with us, yung mga sinabi ninyo, nakita po namin na essential ang marriage eh. At nakakatuwa because we see it alive in you as a couple na, parang ang saya-saya ninyo tignan. And personally, I'm very inspired because sa dami nga nang nangyayari ngayon, life is very uncertain now. Nakakatuwa on a Saturday morning to see a couple na nakangiti. Diba? Ang bigat ng problema ng mundo, pero nakangiti. Tapos, diba parang, ano ba po ang masasabi nyo? Ang solution, pag may partner ka, kahit gaano kahirap ang buhay, just hold each other's hands. Diba? Just hug each other and I mean, yung feeling mo na, it's not just a feeling, but you are going through life with someone. And that is the advocacy of this show, of this broadcast, to kung ano man ang maging decision mo, but sabi nga ni Sir Bernie, tuloy na. Go on as
Yes.
planned. But kung ano man yung decision mo eventually, we'd like to let you know that love wins. And maganda, especially in a pandemic, to go through this with a person na pinakamamahal mo. Di ba? If you're 100% sure, that is the best person to go through the pandemic with.
Yes.
Oh, yun. Kaya nakaka-inspire because
Yes.
it is so refreshing to see an older couple. I mean, by now, di ba ang impression na 35 years, my gosh, ano pang gagawin namin? Sawang-sawa na siguro kami with each other. Lalo na ngayon, di ba? 6 months na tayo magkasama.
The more we need each other now.
Oh.
And it's really refreshing and inspiring to hear that, no? For all couples out there na kasal na, matagal ng kasal, at dun pa lang sa ikakasal, look at this couple in front of you right now. This beautiful and wonderful couple. Di ba?
Oh.
You've read our promotion, itong talk na to, and we say it's power couple, and you probably say, oh, it's a marketing, it's a marketing line, but with this session this morning, look at this couple. Power couple siya talaga because they really believe in the power of love, the power of marriage. So, this marriage, itong couple na to, it's a reality we all can aspire for. And yun nga, commit to have.
Yeah.
Sabi ni Sir Bert, you have to commit. Diba? Commit to have this kind of a beautiful relationship at whatever season in life you're at, diba? And whatever life throws at you. This is possible. This can happen. And sabi rin nila Sir Bernie, so long as ang pinaka-importante is, of course, God is in the marriage. Yun yung mga natutunan natin na it can happen to you. Kaya tuloy ang kasal.
Yeah.
Yun.
So thank you.
Oo.
Thank you so much for joining us this morning, Sir Bernie and Tita Popo. It was
Thank you.
wala din akong words except for
Oo, diba?
if this is what it looks like to be married, then let's do it. 'Di ba? Parang then yes, let's go for it. Ituloy natin. Kasi it's worth it, right? It's worth having to go through the trouble of ano ba ang protocol, what do we need to do, what do we need to adjust. Basta isipin natin na the marriage is the goal, and the example that you've shown us makes marriage so exciting and so something that we all would want to aspire for nga, as Miss Sharon said. So thank you again for joining us this morning. And we
Thank
hope
you for
Thank you.
for
Cheers!
welcoming us into your sala. Patingin po ng mugs ninyo.
Oh, ma'am.
Ayan.
Ayan.
Mrs. P, Mr. P. Ayan, nakikita natin siya.
we hope your wedding will be so memorable. We know actually that the wedding of your daughter will be a very memorable one.
And we're praying for that. We're praying for
And
that.
we know you're going to enjoy.
Yes.
So thank you.
Thank you po, Tita Popo, Sir Bernie. We miss you, kami ni Doji, we miss you, and we really look forward to seeing you soon in better days. Oo, Lord willing, malapit na yan.
Teary-eyed when I see you in person.
Yes, looking forward.
Looking
Yun.
forward.
Oo. Tita Popo, we can get in touch with you anytime po, no? Napakagandang gawan kayo ng write-up.
Yes.
So we will be getting in touch with you. At promise, gagamitin ko talaga ang iyong quotation for the day.
Yes.
Yung quote mo.
You were I
I swipe, he pays. Diba?
Go GPs!
Thank you so much. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Good
Stay
morning. God bless.
Good morning. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Hi, Rona. Nakakatuwa.
Yes.
Ang daming times na kaganito lang tayo.
Yeah.
Diba?
It was so, I really felt like we were just sitting with them in their sala and, having coffee with them and just asking for their wisdom, no, of how to navigate. Siyempre, una, married life. Married life as it is something that you already need to, navigate, di ba?
Yes.
But married life with all these external factors, no? The
True.
pandemic and all the economic unrest and all of these things, parang it's a recipe for bangayan nga.
Yes, oo. And gusto ko lang i-point out, I guess, it was so refreshing kasi aminado sila, di ba? Times are hard and then they
Hmm,
also had difficult times in their marriage.
right.
But when we were talking to them, parang, di ba, hindi nga nila na ano yun eh. Parang, yeah, it's difficult. Yeah,
It
times are
happened.
hard.
Yeah,
And,
oo.
yung ganon, but they're really very happy after 35 years. 'Di ba? Yun yung refreshing doon na kahit gaano kahirap ang buhay, if you have someone na sabi nga ni Sir Bernie, 100% na alam mong mahal mo and you're going through everything in life with them, mas madali ang buhay. Diba?
Yes.
So, refreshing.
Yes.
Ano yan? Note to self for both of us.
Yes. And as they said, our homework is i-date mo yung asawa mo, mag-holding hands kayo, at mag-hug
Hug.
kayo
Yes.
as
Even
much,
in public.
yes, as possible. But now, wala ng public. So, even in Zoom.
Yes.
Even in
At
video.
minsan and minsan naninita ha sa malls kahit mag-asawa na nagho-holding hands. Kasi sasabihan ka ng guard, social distancing.
Social distancing. Yes. So, sa
Oo,
bahay na lang.
true story yan. I have a friend na sinita ng guard. Silang mag-asawa sa mall.
Oh, okay. So, next
Yeah.
week,
Yes.
we're gonna be back, of course, for another Love Wins live forum, and it's gonna be quite exciting because we're gonna get to talk about just what's going on with engaged couples, no, and how how we can cope with these changing times, and how you can even not just plan your wedding, but also, alam mo yun, be able to be, I guess, emotionally healthy and well.
Yes.
Kasi now we know that these are not easy times for everybody. So please join us again next week. And of course, you can send this video and this stream to a couple. Alam nyo, whether you're getting married, you are married like us. It's such a beautiful piece of advice, or just something to remember about marriage and to learn about marriage. So send this to your friends, and join us again next week for Love Wins Live
For
Forum.
Love Wins. Ang tawag ko, Rona, sa ating episode next week is a lockdown engagement. Yeah. So join
mahirap
us.
eh.
Kamustahin natin ano ang nangyayari sa buhay ng mga engaged couples sa
Yes.
panahong ito. So we'll see you again next week. Rona, I'll see you again next week. Stay safe the entire week. Thank you, partner,
Thank you.
for spending this morning with us again.
Yes, and thank you again to Tito Bernie and Tita Popo for guesting. Bye,
Yes,
everybody.
maraming salamat. Bye-bye!